Alright, hello? You ready? I keep telling you, you don't have to ask every single... I'm not asking you. I'm asking Luna.
Oh. I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Why can't I sound so monologue? You found it. Wow. Okay, so we did go up there. I wasn't mistaken. Another elevator, huh?
Do you think it works?
Oh jeez, they're talking now. Dunno. Only one way to find out, though.
Hey. Someone's coming.
Probably the other people. Yep. Looks like Alice, Clover, K.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyouji.
I find it weird that they didn't voice the main character since he's not, like, meant to be a depiction of you know? A little bit odd. Why were you running so fast? You guys okay? Glad to see they haven't gotten rid of the panting in these games. What's going on here?
We ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know. With a prowl like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things.
Let me see the map.
Oh, sure. What? Oh, it's just showing how they got to be here. So I assume that each, like, section with a door is going to have different floors. So we're gonna go up a floor, and then there'll be more A-B rooms, probably, for us to go through. Ah, I get it. All 3 routes end up here.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
Infirmary?
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
That's so. We found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
Why? Isn't it the exact same thing? Doing it before or after? Also, yes, this is an elevator, so we're probably going to go up a floor. I would assume up a floor and then do more stuff. Also, I said I assume up a floor. There's literally only an up arrow.
Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Huh?
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looks like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock, huh? Yeah, it won't budge.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Did her color change?
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Oh, the numbers have changed. Oh, yeah, the time left. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Looks like 2 hours. Oh my god. 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
No, don't you gotta go back to the, like, AB rooms or whatever?
Looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back.
Yeah.
Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
His mouth is just a void. If you watch.
Sure.
Are they all like that?
Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It was in a safe in the lounge. Right, we read this. I don't need to read it again. If that's true, then we can all go back the way we came and get into the
I
warehouse.
don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
That makes 6 then. One for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here.
Look at his void mouth.
Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole.
He didn't even open his
Better
mouth.
hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old
Oh.
turd.
He also has a void mouth.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
All right, fine. I'm going.
Ugh. Ding. I like the long, like, black screen just for it to load the same looking screen. Longe.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. It's some of your favorite scotch.
Oh. Tempting. But I don't really think now's the time.
Did they talk about why does he know that? Is he actually his grandpa? Whoa, hold on. Grandpa? Since when were they buddies? Okay, I'm gonna assume that they're not actually related? Unless they are. I don't know, in the last game people were all like related to each other or like had connections with each other in some way. I hadn't even thought about what connections everybody might have to each other in this game. Or had they always been that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the Nonary game, and if Quark was calling Tenmyouji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seem to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy.
Well, what's her name? Fi knew our name.
Soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want. You can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
Yeah, okay, they definitely, they know each
What?
other.
You're gonna get me a root beer float?
Also, what is on his head? I've never, like... It looks like it'd be those things... It's probably just like a weird helmet, but it looks like you should have like straws coming out of it so that you can drink from like canisters in
But-
your head.
Are you sure? Do you have enough money?
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
What? You're just gonna listen to that and not even be like, yo, you guys know each other? We definitely are not Junpei. I think Junpei would have asked. Warehouse We're back in the comedy room.
finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
Ah, for... Yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, B.O. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were
Namely, how do you get more BP?
Oh. You already said. Is there more? Oh, I should be reading. We've got some keys for them right here. Kay and Quark have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
I assume we go based on, like, our groups.
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Yeah, we're stuck. I'm stuck with Phi. You're on your own.
Didn't
And
I
everybody's
tell
in a
you?
group?
The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes, yes, yes. What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game.
Okay.
Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex Game!
I don't like that sometimes sometimes their mouth moves and sometimes it
Wait.
doesn't.
What's
Funny though.
Ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
It's a game of betrayal then? What?
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
Then what's the Nonary game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The Nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, B.O.?
You arrogant little bastard.
Okay.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Kay, Quark, and myself each gave 1 card to Luna, Alice, and Tenmyouji. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Phi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Isn't that the one that we were like in? Looks like everybody's already gone in already. I thought she was talking because her mouth is open. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay, okay.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Polling? Polling. Are we voting? Is it... What? I was just about to say, is this gonna be a survivor thing? We vote people off the island. Who is that? What? What? What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. Oh, I thought they would be like stuck in their rooms. Do the doors stay open? I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen at her mouth. Nothing, no breathing. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look. Somebody get Quark out of here.
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
What?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
Oh, are you trying to pin it on the robot-looking guy?
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke.
What? I don't like her.
Don't take it so seriously.
Why are we stuck with her?
Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
Dio, Kay, and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Tenmyouji only stared. Does he know her? His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyouji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored as his movements slow and shuffling. What? And his movements slow and shuffling. Okay. As if his body was suddenly made of lead. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that he knows who that is. Also, didn't it give us like a time to do stuff in that other room? Are we like wasting time right now? The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old dry piece of wood. Wow, rude. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's just going to wake up at any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
That is
I'm
what
just
she
going to
said
have a look at the
earlier,
wound.
right?
If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but...
Are you a corner?
What?
I have a medical license.
Okay.
You're a nurse? No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
What? Are they saying she doesn't look like a coroner? I mean, a coroner, a doctor.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it.
What?
I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex, female, estimated age, 65 to 75 years, diagnosis, deceased, cause of death, exsanguination, estimated time of death, 3 to 4 hours, damage trajectory, weapon entered through 4th intercostal piercing heart, wound characteristics. Wound margin clean, continuous, angle 1 sharp, 1 blunt. What? Wait, what? Wound cavity 150 millimeters, length 30 millimeters, width 3. Conclusion: based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp single-bladed instrument. Oh, I see. So, a knife. It was a knife. Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it. What do you mean you she was stabbed? What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something? How is everybody... Come on!
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Well, clears you of using your hand, but...
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
Because wouldn't everybody be a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left.
Oh, is that the one that the Clover and him were in?
Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room.
Oh, I
You
thought...
and Clover.
I thought it was the room that we'd come out of, but I guess not.
Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right?
How long were we in the rooms? It said 3 to 4 hours ago the woman was killed. Were we in those rooms 3 to 4 hours ago? Was there blood around the room?
I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
I didn't see any blood or anything on the floor. That means she was probably killed somewhere else, right?
Perhaps, but...
I don't know if the game would put that much detail into it, though.
There was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means...
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay?
I mean, you haven't even examined everything
I
yet.
knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt. But it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
Probably. I'm trying to
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to.
And why haven't you said anything? I know you. I know you. You're from the other game. Why haven't you said anything?
I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
Although, to be fair, she didn't say anything in the first game either, so...
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly. But now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman.
Very true. I like this guy, because he's actually thinking. Those are always that's my criteria for, like, characters that I like in these games, is whoever is thinking.
So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her. Just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
The only thing that's... who would have been able to do that? I don't know the timeline of, like, when things have happened. I don't know where they were 3 to 4 hours ago. So I don't know who would have been able to, like, separate from the group. Like, aside from him being in that room. Killing someone is just part of the game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure. But I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, we gotta...
All players, please enter your votes.
Yeah, we have to go vote for something.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
What? Ally? Whoa, what was that?
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is...
if we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Junior ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Junior. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Okay. The, like, loading bit is a little bit unnecessary, but... we're really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. You were in there. Huh? Wait. Fi? Where'd you go?
Up here.
Up? Whoa. What in the hell is she doing? Probably looking at the hatch. You must be really desperate to get high. Excuse me.
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to here anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms.
Yeah, well... There was something I wanted to check out.
And that is...
This thing. Remember it?
The hatch? Yeah.
Try opening it.
No luck. It won't budge. So yeah, the only person who could have gotten in would be... whoever Zero is.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's K, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain
Go
until
vote.
Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
What? He's a rabbit. What? Whatever that joke was flew over my head.
Look, there's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished. Well, looks like there's no going back now.
Astute observation.
Are we gonna vote on who killed the lady? What are we voting on? Or is it Survivor?
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who's that old...
Ugh! Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
All?
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy.
Why are you saying my name specifically?
I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O. I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now,
Okay, give
let's
us a...
get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are 2 people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess.
Okay.
I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors.
Okay. How's this voting?
For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the magenta door, didn't they?
What? Oh, that confused me. I was like, who are these people? It's
That
us.
means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way too. Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be Alas. And B.O. and Quark's enemy will be Tenmyouji. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
So we're voting on whether or not... on whether or not they're our ally or not?
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all. First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you? All you guys have to do is pick! Just pick one of those easy options!
But what do they do?
Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick.
Oh, is it depending on what the other people pick? Or is it like you both have to pick ally to both go up, or you...
It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart.
Okay.
The plus and minus are from your point of view.
Why does this make it... This just seems to make it more complicated. What? You partner. You partner. You partner. What? Opponent. You partner. Oh, me and my partner. I thought I was trying to say your partner. Okay, if we both hit betray, we don't go up or down. If our opponent clicks ally and we betray them, then we get 3 points. If we both click ally, we get 2 points. If we click ally and our opponent chooses betray, then we get -2 points. I see. So isn't it better always just to choose ally for everybody?
So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
Okay, so I shouldn't have explained it because they're going to.
The best pals outcome.
I wonder how the implications of this are gonna go down, because you're instantly gonna know what the other person chose.
Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome. Somebody did that to me, I'd skin them and stew them with some taters. The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP. Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome.
Well, at least with that outcome, you know that you're both jerks.
As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too.
Does that mean we both have to want to choose the same thing?
The 2 of you only get 1 vote.
Yeah.
You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points, though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
So under normal circumstances, we would get 45 whole minutes to choose.
Actually, there's a little bit more. But
It'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
Hey, wait.
No! I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
Yeah, we only have 5 minutes. Now we probably only have like 30 seconds. Dude.
1 minute
Okay,
remains
1 minute.
until Ambidex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later!
have a nice trouble.
Thank you. You too.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
No. I knew she'd say that. No, you're kidding. You really want to betray
We
Luna?
don't know if she'll ally or not.
She'll ally. Have you seen her?
If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed.
Uh-huh.
That's a loss of 2 points.
Okay.
You tell me, Sigma.
Oh,
What's
right.
3 - 2?
All right, if you reach 0, then you die. I forgot about that part. But we should click ally. What kind of an idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over.
No, it's not. It's when it reaches 0.
So?
What are you talking about? Wait. What do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Just press the damn button.
No. You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how'd you know my name? Or how about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then
No. No. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. We only have 30 seconds. Just turn around and click ally. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us. Okay. Okay, right. That's right. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7.
Actually, you know what? Luna is so indecisive. I wonder if she'll even choose anything. So it'll just automatically be ally. So far, she doesn't seem like the person that would betray, but also, I don't know. They also just had that whole scene of, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
when your BP hits 0, you die.
We already knew that.
That's what I meant.
1.
What's happening? Okay, I get to choose.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Wait, did I only learn about that because of, like, the files that I've been finding? Wasn't it explained to us that if we reach 0, we die? There was that whole explanation of, like, the spikes coming out, the needles. Now I'm just getting confused as to what the rabbit has told me and what I've read in a file. It's kind of weird that they put information in the files that you haven't even, like, heard yet, and that will be told to you. A little bit odd.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Also, why would she say it's over? If you still have 1 point left, that doesn't mean you're dead. You can still come back. Tenmyouji was left behind, his footsteps slow, a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that? Probably seeing his, like, dead wife or whatever, whoever that was. He has to know who that is.
What was that, Sigma?
What? What? Huh?
Don't play dumb. You chose ally.
Yeah?
Didn't you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to process what you'd said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis.
Yeah.
It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it?
You caught me. I purposefully chose what you didn't want to choose.
Well, am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say hypothetically that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack. Like hella whack. Okay. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0, you die. To be fair, I also knew that. You should also know that, Sigma. You got a file that said that. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up?
Hello.
Siggy!
Why are you talking to me specifically?
No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there?
Oh,
We're
everybody's
about to
over there.
announce the results.
Oh, they get announced. I thought we could just like look at our watch and see what happened.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
This time. This time. Yeah, it sounds like she's done this before. Oh, this time. Hey, Fi, hold on. Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally.
Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex Game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
We're already looking at you. What the? What is that? Ah! Dumb. Dummy. Hold on, wait. Kid, don't take that away. I thought it was gonna, like, not let me look at things. Ooh. Interesting. Not surprising. Dio probably hit the button, not Quark. That's the most interesting one. But I knew Luna would choose ally, or she didn't choose anything at all. Because she's so indecisive. That's like her character, isn't it? Okay.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let chance, check the numbers on our bracelets.
Actually, it's very interesting. All the other groups chose betray, whereas the people who are on their own chose ally. Ooh. Thanks, Luna.
Oh no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done.
See? I knew it. I knew it.
I believed in you and Phi.
Thanks. Well, you should have only believed in me, to be honest. When Luna glanced away, I threw Phi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away, unperturbed. One of the things that I am wondering is if she knew that Luna would probably pick ally, and she just wanted more points? I was about to press the issue when I heard oh my gosh, Ten's voice. That's his name now.
Quark, what happened?
Yeah, he definitely didn't choose betray.
No, no! It wasn't me! Mr. Dio tricked me! He told me he'd pick ally! He promised! That's why I let him do the voting!
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat.
Alright, well, who's he more likely to believe? The kid that he's been talking to like he's his grandson, or him who he's like not like?
Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. You wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go. What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. See? Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
You're lying!
Honestly, I don't know who to believe.
I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa! You believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyouji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much.
Honestly, I don't trust the child as much. But also I keep thinking back to the room that we did in the lounge where it said the son is the liar. So I have that on the brain too, probably.
You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
What do you mean you're so sorry?
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
Literally everyone could just always choose ally and everyone could get out. Why are people... Anyway, it looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have been resolved. It appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Why?
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1.
Also, we would have to continue having rounds in order for people to get to 9.
If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
In like an hour, right? Or how long did it take us to like move back and forth between places?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close them.
I assume they happen every time we complete a room.
Gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round.
What?
Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Ah, we had sun cards. Okay. Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
What the? Aren't there gonna be like a limit on how many escape rooms there are?
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Oh,
Of course.
right.
You
See?
could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points.
See, if everybody just chose ally all the time, we would get out. I don't know why.
After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897.
There aren't. I can guarantee that there won't be enough rooms in here for that to happen.
Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
This game isn't that long. Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
Shut up. Shut up. There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? The secondary doors? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Actually, that is a good question. I would hope we can all go. Are the rules the same about them?
Nope.
Okay, good.
There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy.
What?
All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors.
Was it a lie?
Maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
But if we did that, then we wouldn't be able to do the AB voting thing.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the two doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding!
Mm-hmm.
As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off? If you
No,
cut them off?
Yes!
Or die, I
They
would
do
assume.
indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's two ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
And the other way is to die.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do.
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Wow. What a shock. Who knew? Why was she
Secret fact,
surprised?
Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
Why was she surprised? Why was Vi
You know what
surprised?
an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV
Okay.
show.
I was like, is that just gonna keep going?
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules.
But you...
I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Actually, thinking on it now, I can understand why Fi would want to choose Betray, because it's a guarantee that you will always either gain points or not lose any. Whereas if you pick Ally, you can gain points, but you may lose points. But still, I don't know. I'm a good person, so...
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
True. One of you two are the ones who can die.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenmyouji or less. One or the other.
They can guarantee not to die by picking Betray.
Or... it might be both of them.
What?
Why am I going to die?
Because you only have 1 point? My lady.
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized.
Oh,
just
right.
like when you break the rules.
They apparently don't know that. I thought...
I'm
thought everybody
pretty
knew
sure
that.
I already told you what the penalty is.
I mean, the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate and we'll die.
Correct, Ziggy. full marks.
So, if I had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us? Maybe she read the file that we found. No.
I see. Alice and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew. Right? Right, Fido?
Yeah.
Yeah, she knew, and she didn't tell anybody, because she's a jerk.
I guess so.
Took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building or if your heart rate stopped. Maybe if it hit 0, we know these things.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right?
Oh, we're going down. Okay. Wait. Underground, then? I assume the number 9 door leads outside. Maybe
There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
Okay.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
Did we get magenta because we went through the magenta door? Oh. Oh, I already saw that, didn't I?
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too. Wait,
Wait, what?
I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed.
Wait, how are... Does that mean that 5 people all have cyan?
It switched from pair to solo.
Oh. Wait, what?
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Am I paired with Alice now?
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
Yeah, you're paired with your grandpa who you may have betrayed.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow.
So yeah, I guess I'm with Alice now. Oh, she's still solo! So sad.
And it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
They're a pair now.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
Yes, that means I can go through the... Oh wait, I still can't go through with him, but that means I can go through with other people. I thought it would be stupid if they didn't let us go through for with other people who are part of a group.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random.
The way you said that leads me to believe that it's not.
No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Sadly, we may never meet again.
Oh wow.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. from here. Right?
Oh no, the tutorial is done. The tutorial rabbit is leaving.
I'll never see you guys again.
I'm sure that's a lie. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Did you
super
really think
sad.
I was gonna cry?
No.
Suckers!
What are you suckering?
As
What?
if I'd cry over you dummies.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that everyone else in the room, the feeling is mutual. What the? You fucking dick.
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe
Okay.
I'll see you again someday. Have a nice tragedy.
Thank you. You too.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I sneezed. I'm sorry.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits.
Okay, they said like 42 minutes, so there might be
Maybe
more...
there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so.
What? Wait, what?
Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open them.
Oh.
Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I end up here? Why? I think we're gonna delve into Sigma's mind next time. As he probably goes through some flashbacks or something, as what I would guess would happen during this point. And until next time. Bye-bye.